Hello everybody, welcome back again. This video is my final preview of the ATP 500 event in Basel. And we're gonna see a final tomorrow between Roger Federer and the young talented Alex de Minaur from Australia, who won his semi-final against Riley Opelka from America in a free tie-break sets, a 2.5-hour match, a hard match, and he managed to win this match. He did a super heroic performance, because we all know when Riley serves like that, it's almost impossible to get through him. He did like 26 aces today. He did almost 30 yesterday and 26 against Goffin. But when the ball is in play, you have the upper hand against a guy like Riley, because he's all about to serve, in my opinion. But de Minaur has Riley's number. This is the fourth time in a row they meet this year, and he has 4 victories against the tall American guy. So he won this match again for the 4th time. And de Minaur has already won 3 titles this year. He won in January at Sydney, and then in Atlanta, and lately in Zhuhai, China. All of these tournaments are ATP 250 tournaments, but it's good for this young guy's confidence. He's only 20 years old, and he did a good performance today, and he will give Federer a match for sure. So what do we know about de Minaur's game? Yes, if you start with his serve, it's very accurate with modern pace. He's pretty good server. He's a decent server. He's not that bad of server as it looks. And his forehand is very flat and penetrating, with shades of Pete Sampras and Steffi Graf combined, in my opinion. He's quite good at sliding the ball down the line, but he struggles to get power and angles on the cross-court balls, unless he swings extremely and aggressive. Then he can catch up and find angles. Otherwise, his backhand is solid. He doesn't do many mistakes. He's a solid baseliner. He likes to rally. He can outlast almost anybody. And he's constantly attacking his opponent. And despite being outgunned in almost every part of the game, he always finds a way to strike back offensively against his opponents. Because when you look at his matches, it looks like he almost struggles to take commando on the rallies. But that's just his game of style. He's not that defensive player as it seems. He's offensive in his defensive. I don't know if I explained it right, but he struggles to his opponent, but somehow through the rallies, when his opponents are offensive, he strikes back with an offensive play. That's what I meant. So he has a decent chance to beat Roger, but the Roger we saw today against Stefanos Tsitsipas was a different story of the Roger we saw in Shanghai, because in Shanghai we didn't see the intensity that we saw today. Today Roger had intensity. He was focused. He struck first at the balls. He took the first commando. I don't know how many breakpoint opportunities he's got in the first set, but on those occasions, before finally he broke Stefanos served really well, and Roger made some 1 or 2 unforced errors, but it was all Stefanos serve that saved him in those early breakpoints. So Roger's ultra-offensive playing style paid off. He set the pace early. He didn't give Stefanos any chance. he was there on the court, other side of the court, and just told the young guy from Greece that today you have to be better than me, better than Australian Open where you won. And we all know that Federer took revenge in Dubai final where he beat Stefanos. Today he beat Stefanos 6-4, 6-4. And he won 80% of his first serves in and 77 of his second serves in. So that's a superb number, and that explained his victory. And he did 28 winners, 15 from his forehand, who was top notch today, and 5 from his backhand, and the rest from his serve, five aces. So Roger against de Minaur, that matchup have never happened before. Can de Minaur take a set? Yes, he can. I don't trust in Roger's level anymore as I used to before, like 5-10 years ago, because then Roger had his game. He knew when he stepped on the court he was gonna win against his low rank opponents with his game. He knew that his game was enough. Now when he plays, he thinks about his opponent, because they have something to offer him. They have something to pay back with. They have a game of their own, and they have been, and this new generation, the next gen, is better than the next gen players that he has faced before. It's not that he's got that older, because he's still there, he's still competing, he's still delivering. Roger is a unicum. He is still there to collect titles, and tomorrow he can collect his 103rd title. He stands the second 2-digit number victories in a single tournament after Halle. He can do that, of course. He's the main favorite. He's the overwhelming favorite. He has the home crowd that's gonna support him. It's a big advantage, of course. But this young guy, you never know with de Minaur, because his playing style can bother Federer, because he can fish up almost every point. He's like a mini version of Michael Chang. He runs after every ball, from court, left court to right court. I think that Roger gonna mix up his game tomorrow again with drop shots, net approaching, first strike tennis that he's done through his whole career. So he's gonna do everything in his power to win, because he don't want this opportunities to slip from his hand. And he's the one who's gonna have something to lose in this tournament. And I think that Roger will win tomorrow, and I hope that we will see a good match. And now a little bit update from the ATP 500 tournament in Vienna. They have also played their semifinals today. Dominic Thiem beat Matteo Berrettini 2-1 in sets. He lost the first set and then took the second set, I think 7-5, and the third set 6-3. He's also playing in front of his home crowd. He will get all the support he can get. And actually, I think he's gonna need it, because he's gonna face Diego Schwartzman, who beat Gael Monfils today 6-2, 6-2 in a very convincing game. And I actually saw Diego Schwartzman's match against Karen Khachanov yesterday, where he played some marvelous, superb baseline game. He stroke back, strike from every corner of the court. He was that Diego Schwartzman we all know. He basically outplayed Khachanov, even though Khachanov had plenty of opportunities in the first set. He got the break up. He wasn't almost serving for the first set, I think, before he lost that. And Diego Schwartzman is gonna give Dominic Thiem a run for his money tomorrow, that's for sure. So that match, in my eyes, is 55-45 to Thiem's advantage, because he's a much better of a player. He has a better baseline game, and these courts are a little bit faster than the clay, and he actually doesn't have too much time to swing his backhand here and his forehand. So the Austrian number 6 in the world will have to dig deep to beat Schwartzman, because Schwartzman is not gonna give up this match. He's gonna play like he did against Kachanov and Monfils. Solid from the base line and hit winners when he can, because he's not he lacks of weapons, Schwartzman, but he's so solid from the baseline. He can set the pace from the baseline, and that makes his opponent do critical mistakes, many unforced errors. And then he has a great tennis mind. He's like a chess master. He knows his strokes are calculated sometimes, except when he meets guys like Nadal or Federer or Djokovic. But otherwise, he's a solid baseliner that doesn't have much, that have nothing to prove in my eyes. He's a solid top 20 player in my eyes, and he will continue to do that in the future. And I think in the end, the home crowd will benefit Dominic Thiem, and he will win that match, I think. And I predict wins for Federer and Dominic Thiem tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video. Take care and bye bye.